So this whole debate and this blow up about who Laci Green is dating is really soft. First of all, most people don't know who she is. The majority of people are not in on this whole YouTube political world, okay? I'm saying this because I've sort of been making more of these things because I'm wanting to reach out to the world more and meet different people. I have had here with the politics and people pooping their pants over Donald Trump, right? It's not that I like him or dislike him, but for my whole life, my entire life, it's been 8 years a Democrat, 8 years a Republican, 8 years a Democrat, 8 years a Republican. It's never changed. And I don't know, that's just what happens. And, you know, I just take things like as they come. I don't think it's awful that he reposted the CNN. I think he's immature, but I think the CNN gifts are really, really super hilarious. And, you know, I know a lot of crap about CNN because, like, I had a living girlfriend whose brother was a producer there, and he left because of a lot of problems. If you don't, it's not on the internet anymore, but his name's Phil Hirschkorn, and he had, his memo was kind of famous in journalism because he sent out a memo to everybody at CNN titled, "Some of us are trying to do real news here." You know, so this has been an issue. And then, you know, people are like saying, "I'm happy to see Noam Chomsky on mainstream media." I'm like, dude, that's like exactly what he criticized in Manufacturing Consent. And I think Chomsky is kind of a fraud. But I mean, like, it seems like he's getting laid by young women or something, and he's just like being a sycophant for the Democratic Party. You know, he's doing everything that his like work sort of preached against, which was against the danger of the sort of march right of the left or whatever. You know, and it's not that I care so much about it, but I like to read. I'm interested in ideas, and so, but I like to keep my ideas to myself. You know, and I don't expect many people to have read all the Manufacturing Consent, which I did. And of course, it's all theory, so who knows how much of it's actually real. But then let's get down to this. What is this stuff in the real news about, like, all these YouTube pundits? You know, first of all, most of these people are just making it for fun. You know, like, if you look at it, like, a lot of them are fun. They're just trying to... It's not supposed to be news. They're pointing out funny stuff. My favorite of all of these people is Shoe on Head. I think she's so hilarious. And she keeps it the lightest. But, you know, I listen to stuff in the background, right? And I like people. I don't agree with everybody, but I actually don't agree with myself all the time. I don't know how I think about a lot of stuff because I'm an evolving person, and a lot of my opinions change. And I'm open to that. But, you know, like, look, I think we all know now that there's some sort of, like, YouTube business thing with these people. I don't know exactly what it is. You know, it's like it's a scene and they meet each other, right? And you have to be an idiot if you think that people really believe everything that they put out. Because basically, when you're a performer, you have an audience and a shtick, right? And you have to sort of conform to that, and sometimes things don't. Sometimes things are just like they come together in a way that you didn't know. So I'll just give this as an example. Like, you know, I have a band. You probably haven't heard of it yet, and you know, mostly I've been. But you know, the drummer and I put out for a lead singer, and most of the lead singers are really good mainstream type singers, right? And the lead singer I decided upon, I had never even seen a picture of her. I just loved her vibe. She was really cool, and I just said, we're gonna get along, right? And it appeared that way. You know, I had written a whole album, and then I started to write more stuff for her. She's classical trained. I said, you know, what key do you want to do it in? And I wanted the challenge. And then, like, we really gel and we get along. And then I looked up her picture, and she's really a beautiful woman, which is a plus. But the thing is that I realized that is like, you know, she's done a lot of professional work, right? And she's very serious about doing something professional like this, which is really important to me as well. You know, to not just do some goofy stuff. The last band I had, you know, the woman got in trouble with a distributor because the woman performed with another band, and then she threw chairs at somebody. And it was really frustrating to me that, you know, she didn't really want to take it seriously. You know, and one time we were practicing, she said, I don't know how to practice so much. You know, because to me, it's just like, why do something unless you're going to take it somewhere? But the thing is that in this collaboration, I have to sort of form a lot to what this who this singer is, right? And the strange thing is that what it's going to end up being is probably going to be a lot more of a mainstream type band thing, which is fine with me. You know, it's funny. Most of my friends in music are like in the, you know, in the real mainstream. And the one time I've ever done many production recommendations was for a really big album. You know, recommending a new producer, and then you know, recently we did Ariana Grande remix. But sometimes things form as they are, right? And I, you know, and also as far as songwriting, I'm much better. Like I can write a lot of pop songs really well. So it's just forming as is, right? Don't really have a perspective on it. It just, you know, if there had been a different type of woman, you know, so like for example, the label I run, another woman auditioned, and she was like, why would you want to sing with us? She's amazing, and she sounds like if Liz Phair had did Wilco. So the basic thing is that I'm going to tell her, why don't you release your own album on the label, because she's really fantastic that way. So, you know, that's the way that things just kind of form. And that's the way it is with these people on YouTube. It's a business. They do certain things. They have certain perspectives. They have to keep an audience. But you have to be an idiot if you think that people really pull back and have all the same viewpoints, right? I think that the way it is a lot of it starts is that people just suddenly say things and they sort of have to, you know, they sort of keep an audience. People are getting so worked up, like they're actually acting like, you know, they're Nazis marching out of YouTube. And this has been really frustrating for me because I'm really trying to make things more superficial in my life. And I don't know where those people are. Like I ask people where to meet people, you know, basically online to do fun things. I follow Pink. It's important to me, you know, one of the cool things that her followers do is they buy large box of tickets, and then so you can buy however much you want and hang out with people. And that's the kind of stuff I want to do. I can't control politics. I don't really care about it. And I don't know why you worry so much about, like it's a business, most of all. These people have a business. They're taking certain views. They're not Dr. King. They're not Phyllis Schlafly. So, like, lighten up and grow up. It's just really unbelievable. And other journalists do some stories about something real. Like, what one YouTuber is doing it's not news, man. Like, read, you know, a book by Jean Bollard, Simulacra. It's Simulacra, man. Like, you people are crazy. I'm trying to find people who are not all worked up about this. The way it used to be. You know, when people would refuse to talk politics and they talk about REO Speedway. Where did that go?